Let her back into the den of silliness. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of the trial alive. Really? I had fun. And Wocky made it through the day too. So I mean, you can't say that it wasn't a success. We managed to get that much done. Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case. Hey, those panties saved our entire case. Without that, we were completely hosed. So I dare say that was a good thing. But it was a good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. Nah. Man, that's never not a jump scare. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him. Have I quite know? Oh, hi. Oh, hello. How's it going? Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. Did it, though? All right. No problem. Do you think Wocky will be okay? Physically, mentally, or spiritually? Because I can't guarantee any of those. But I can give you a higher probability for some. Well, he's not guilty yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, way to put the pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Well, you could probably tell me some of this information. Feels like I don't really, I don't have all that I need. I'm not playing with a full deck here. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? I'm fine with it. And I love Wocky with all my heart. Oh, that's so sweet. So, it doesn't bother you that you'll be married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Wocky first meet anyway? Good question. Miss Yella doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Who does look like they have gangster connections? Oh, well, we met at my old job, actually. Ah, office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Let us ponder upon this. Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangsta? He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusions in the ranks. Well, yeah, I would imagine so. I wonder if this explains that apron. What else would it have meant? I can't imagine Wocky going along with that. He's a bit too much of a poser, you know? He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used, but, you know, whatever, if you have to look at it from a positive point of view. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. Those some big-ass shoes to fill, then, ain't it? I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world. That's not the way I would have put it either. Quick questione. I remember Wocky being listed as 19. Yeah, what? 21. Okay, yeah, I suppose so, but I don't know. That seems like a weird way to refer to him, given the marginal age gap. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family's been making a killing recently. I bet. Again, not the way I would have put it. But Wocky says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going. Usually it's the father worried about tradition. It is a nice little subdiversion of the usual way of going about things. I can appreciate that. Can I ask you a question about Wocky? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus. It would have been really nice to know that ahead of time. Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye-bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. The character voices are just gonna be all over the place. That's just... You can't expect me to remember everything I do. Yeah, it sounded horrible. Wocky has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. Yeah, he definitely looks like the type. Not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. No, it absolutely does. Have you ever seen Gun Akimbo? It's dope. It's totally fighting. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. And they do. All the time. Why? If you're going into surgery soon, they could mess up any number of things. And that would just be something you'd have to deal with. Or maybe you wouldn't, if you know what I mean. Dark, but that's the world we live in. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. I should be getting home now. Wocky's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right. Leave it to me. Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? This is like the first actual case. The other one was a big hand-holding fest. It's alright, I believe in you. Yeah, I'll bet you do. Alright then. So many places to go. Okay, well, let's go see if we can see Phoenix. Apparently not. Alright, well said. Thank you for that, game. Okay, fine. Then to the Kitaki Mansion. Here we go. Okay, how about over here? Nothing. There's just literally nothing going on around here. Alright, fine. Tell Dune's house. God damn. Okay, fine, I guess. Why can't I go into the Maractus Clinic? That's literally what I was told that I had to do. I was given explicit directions to go to the dang Maractus Clinic, and you ain't even letting me do that. Okay, then the park? Can I look at the park? Is that something that's happening? Okay. Then literally the only place left at this point is the detention center. Thank you, Jesus. Glad I went to literally every other locale before I managed to make story progress. Looks like Wocky's out for questioning. I really need to talk to him. I guess we'll come back later. Oh, excuse me. Yes? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir. The other? Oh, you mean the panty snatcher. Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too? Well, I mean, petty theft bare minimum. Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this. Oh, we will. He's a valuable witness. He's a bit precious, I'll give him that. I don't even get that. What's that mean? Anyway, get in here, you know. Please keep this brief, if you would. I'm quite busy. Brief. Alright, I was kind of hoping to be done with you, if I'm being honest. I need to finish this paper. Ah, let's go! Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well. As long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Alright. So why are you constantly stealing women's underpants? I know you have that excuse and all, but like, is it really that reason? Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole— Wait! Can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How, exactly? Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it. Nothing more. You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right? You're here too? Yes, hello. Oh, great Trucy, teach me! I must know the secret of your panties. Jesus Christ. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, make me your apprentice. Apollo, help! I'm uncomfortable. I don't know, I think you'd make a great, lovely assistant. What's that supposed to mean? Don't say that, Apollo. Alright then. Talk about what you done saw. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. I'm gonna go with it being a knife. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen!" And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true? Really? My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than panty snatching. True. Sounds like Wocky was at the scene of the crime after all. Well, I wish it weren't so. Say it weren't so. Am I supposed to, like, what, present something to you? How about this? Fine, ignore my evidence, see if I care. I wonder what he's thinking. On second thought, let's not go there. Alright, maybe the... Nope, okay. Okay, what if I show him these again? That's it! The mystery! The unanswerable riddle! Actually, they're just a normal pair of panties. Whoa! How is that possible? It just takes practice, that's all. Then you must teach me! You must! To think, if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch. All from a pair of panties? My life would be complete. He's serious, isn't he? He's a messed up mamma jamma, that's what he is. Alright, ignore your own damn cell phone, huh? Okay, fine. Fine. How about this gun? Nothing? Alright then. I don't really know if there's anything else worth showing him, if I'm being honest. I got nothing else to say. Maybe we can get something else at some point? I do not know. What do you think, Trucy? If everything that Panty Snatcher said was true, it doesn't put Wocky in a very good position, does it? He was at the scene of the crime. That's pretty clear. There's gotta be a different angle on this. Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present. Bounce. So, any leads? Bounce. One moment. Shazam! Alakazam! Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere. Ta-da! That's all. Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. Brr. That wasn't useful. Alright, you know what? I gotta ask. Aren't my panties amazing? They were a big hit in court. They were the star player of the day. That's true. What should I show them in court tomorrow? If only I could count on panties to save the day every day. What a wonderful life we would all be living at that point. I guess. Okay, let's just keep on moseying about. Oh, thank God. Something else is happening. I was concerned. Hey, it's Little Plum. Yipes, she's back. Hey, it's you two. Over here. Uh-oh, us? Yo, Little Plum, what's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I heard you retrieved my bloomers. Well, I was just... Man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Well, yeah, sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. Oh, shush. I'll deal with you later. But enough about bloomers. What about my son, Wocky? Wocky? Well, he's clearly... Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. Let's just talk like men. He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm gonna be a gangsta, dude. Life does have an appeal for that age, particularly for boys. What? Don't look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago. Yeah, we heard the story from Wocky. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. Eh? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. Not because he's not willing to kill a man, of course. I'm just saying his aim is abysmal. I should know, I'm his man. Her words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences. The boss? You mean his dad? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true. One of our pistols is missing. The murder weapon was from this mansion. We kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of that rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Wocky could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. She doesn't seem too concerned, at least. What do you know about this random gal? Yeah, Wocky's fiancé. They're getting married next month, correct? Oh, they're getting married next month, yes? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. Yeah, don't look too happy about that, Little Plum. How'd you guess? Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Wocky brought her home one day. Says he wanted us to tie the knot. I can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know. Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in the business too long. And you start to only see darkness in people. You get a nose for it. Well, I mean, if you're getting a bad vibe from the gal, I mean, fair play. Somebody's gotta be the bad guy in this case, so, I mean, she's as good as anything to start with. A nose for people. A nose for trouble. I wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition. The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him. But Wocky seems, well, seems like he's against his father's position. Ah, it's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Wocky isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true. Why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. I see. Something must be up. He'll see things the way the boss sees them someday. Someday, out there, I'll be who I need to be. Okay, now, let's see. How about that there People Park? Dang it. Dang it, I was hoping Emma would be here. Alright, then fine. Let's just keep moving and schmoving. Let's go to Elgun's. Hey, it's the Elgun residence. Hey, it's Mr. Elgun. Oh, Mr. Elgun. What's wrong? So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. But now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. Oh, well, I mean, it is your house. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Oh, Jesus. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Blah. Can't even cook an honest noodle. Thus he toots. He? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? I tell ya, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me never to eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. Or in general. Whatever comes first, if I'm being real. That stand. For generations, it served up the very best noodles us Elgunals could make. And yes, I said that on purpose. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand. It's history, I tell ya. Watch what you say, or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Elgun. Bounce. A single stand passed down from generation to generation. Bounce. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy doll. Aye, that was a go-getter back in my day. But then, you know, all my dreams fell through and I figured, hey, at least I got to fall back. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand on my fortune. Mr. Elgun, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Ah, let old noodles lie, that's what I say. I'm starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. And now I don't even have that. Have you tried cooking your own hair? Mr. Elgun, why got noodle head, man? It's weird. Mr. Elgun, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? I couldn't help but sense, I don't know, enmity there or something. Anonymity. I hate him. Hatred. Yeah, him hated. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kitaki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So he started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal? Every fifth operation for free. He stole that idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies? Oh, no doubt it's illegal, but it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here in the dark. Up to my neck in soupy noodles! I think I figured out Mr. Elgun's former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Alright, if we must. Mr. Elgun, or should I say, Dr. Elgun? Yeah, figured it out, did you? That's right, I was a doctor. A surgeon. Until the year before last. So, Mr. Maractus was your rival? You like those onions they put in the soup broth? I mean, yeah, kinda. You take a spoon, you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, why, that's just fine. For people who hate them. I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good-tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy! Committing tax evasion! That's what I call him. So, you weren't exactly friends. Ha! Me and pal Maractus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's faces. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just I'd pass without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. And that no-good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that! Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. Couldn't you have gotten a job at a different hospital? No, it's fine. By the way, by way of apology, you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yeah? Well, you want to know about a doctor? You ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Right! Thanks, Mr. Elgun. I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Alright, so is there any, perchance, maybe, a way of going inside the damn place yet? No? Apparently not. Okay, thought it was worth a try. Oh, well, we've got to check out the clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me, cute bounce. Hey, it's you two from yesterday. That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits, it's not involved. But what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park or beat it! No harm in asking, no gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. If only we had a detective friend who knew a thing or two. Oh well. Especially if they inexplicably showed up in People's Park again. Dang it! Okay, I'm kind of running out of locales if I'm being completely honest, which is
3 hours later.
Which means my only guess is that I need to show something to somebody in order to accomplish something. Anyway, do you want your underpants back? About these? Hey, my bloomas! Thanks for that, I owe you one. I thought you might like them back, so... No. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh, no, I couldn't really. Thanks for the offer, but I could use those in my magic panties act. I'll pull shivs and pieces and godfathers out of them. Great. Now your props are going from bland to dangerous. All right, well, that's about all I had with that one. Tisk. Can you talk about this pistol, maybe? So this pistol belonged to the Kitaki family, is that correct? It's one of the pieces we kept around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh? Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that too? You kidding? How am I supposed to threaten people? Can't clean up very well without a broom. Girl, you got a point. Sorry, kid, I got no idea what you're talking about. Well, at least you're forthcoming about it. I can appreciate that much. Alright, I mean, that's pretty much it. I guess sort of my baser instincts would tell me that it must be something to do with this dude, you know? Oh, never mind, we've got new info. Maybe we can actually talk to the what's-his-face now. Huh. I was hoping to meet with my client. Wocky Kitaki's just finished questioning him. I'll bring him out. Great, finally. Bounce. Yo, sup, my little imposter. What did you call me? Shazam, it's you. Sorry, G, thought you were a leader. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a clink thing, you wouldn't understand. Did I just say imposter? I meant poster, like poster girl, right? If you're gonna drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl? Cause she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. Wait, that means like a Satan thing. Ah, well, so what can I do for you? You don't look so chipper today, Wocky. Worried about your heart condition, maybe? That was the wackiest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better die young and fade away, bazoy. A relief to hear. Oh, that's a relief. Did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Yeah, that's a thing to point out, yeah. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man fights to protect what's valuable to him, you know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. You go get a leader from me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? I mean, yeah, but that's not what lawyers do. Lawyer, not gopher. Alright, I like that I know what that means. Kind of weird that I know it from the Muppets, but, you know, whatever. So, I hear you're to be married next month? Straight up, we poured that nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Nuptial 40? Really? Alita, oh, Snapple Kicks. She's so fine. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Yala, but she was very vague. Eh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I'd best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, what's past is past. She knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? My Alita, she's down with all that the same way. So both of them are mum about their past. Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and pal Maractus? There's something you should know. We Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Ravalis family. So, about 6 months back, I go into Ravalis turf packing a knife, right? And you got? Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart. And once again, I cannot stress this quite enough. I admit it, I was kind of to blame. But my homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know that? So, you were taken to the Maractus clinic then. You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know. I'd hate to have been in the doctor's shoes, that much is true. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's not angry. But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. Ravalis paid him off, I'm sure of it. Need to hear more about the night of the Moida, that much is clear. Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. Remain pure, Trucy. Remain pure. But my old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make the money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better live fast and die young for shizzle. Buh. Wait till I run the yard, then everyone will know what time it is. That's right. Time for tea, or something. I don't know. Haven't worked out the details. Get off my ass. That's right. OG time, all the time. Represent. Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. You silly, silly, silly girl. Alright, let's see here. Maybe I can present a thing or two. For example, this gun. About these weapons, the pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. I snuck them out that night. So the killer, Mr. Stickler, says he saw that night was... I guess it was me. I was there after all. Yeah, we're finished! Yo, Wocky. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't beat around the bush, do ya? I like your style, shorty. I imagine she is, in fact, rather short. Although I know that that's also just kind of a shorthand for girl in hip-hop lingo, but, you know. That's one of the least disrespectful ones that they use. Anyway, actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Eh? The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet by my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, never can be too careful, I say. See, here's the thing. You know how they always say to not bring a knife to a gunfight? Well, here's the trick. I brought a knife and a gun to a fight. That way I got all angles covered. It's pretty smart. So on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park. He's dragging this noodle stand behind him. We still don't know what the hell that's all about, by the way. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stands? Shorty, you're more whacked than I am. That's saying something. Like, have you talked to me for more than 3.5 seconds? I have got serious brain damage. But I was serious. The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, I guess it probably was me who did him in, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I can't deny that, but obviously you can't be, because I'm defending you, and only in the most rare of circumstances is the character that you're defending not actually innocent. Alright, so we got all that mess all figured out, which is pretty swell. Ooh, more new stuff. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him." Oh, great. Wait, that motorcycle. And great, now I have to deal with you on my off hours, too. If it isn't Air Forehead. You know, I could easily just call you Air Tool. I could do that. Nothing's stopping me. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool. Ugh. Thus the screams. New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them, they love it. Oh, he's so cute. They're so excited. It doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? You know, it'd be infinitely much more charming and likable if you actually rode a large pig around town. My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike, too. You know, considering we just... You know, I think I need to make note of that. Hard to believe that it could break just from that. It's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Yeah, this sounds like it's something that they wouldn't have brought up if it wasn't important. Machines. Tell me you share my angst, Air Forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me in any case. Can't imagine why. Detective, you mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah, she's in a foul mood too. Be gentle. Auf Wiedersehen. Wiener Schnitzel, whatever. Oh my god, there he goes. Cool, now we don't have to deal with that anymore. Moving on with our lives. And the forecast for the park today, gloomy skies. Hey, that's good punmanship. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park. I mean, she seems to care about us marginally more than she does that guy, so I mean, it's not something. Tarps are gone! Eh? Does something about this scene look different to you? The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think you're right. And I see what looks to be some kind of footed print. Look over there. The white frock detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing a whole lot to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there! If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. We're not talking behind your back. You're Emma. Oh, Detective Sky, hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable. Miserable! I just got a new kit and I can't get the stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles from that glimmerous fop. You know, I'm with you, Emma. I don't care for that guy either. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? Well, he does look like he rolls around in glitter, I'm gonna be real. More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? No, I'm pretty sure she's right. It's glimmerous. When he walks, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting. Okay, Emma, no, don't need that. Don't need that. Hate that so goddamn much. Speaking of distracting, please don't do that. I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Maybe we could, I don't know, inquire with that? That always seems to cheer her up. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. He helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me, and that he most certainly did. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed the test. How on earth would you fail the test? But you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart, which is like, you know, gross stuff. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I think it is. We should support her endeavors because she's cool. I still can't get over seeing her all grown up. It's so neat. Certain characters aren't going to look all that different, but she was just a wee lass last I saw her. I won't lie. I'm not fond of that man. Neither am I. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous. Right. No, glamorous. Seriously, he's shiny. I hate it. The prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more simmerous, you know? No, actually, I don't. Pick up on my verbiage, why don't you? Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his fraternity's badge. He was? What? Really? He was the one? I hate him even more. You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy nor one of his, but let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learned it by yourself anyway. Emma. Man, fine. Let's just talk about science. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that? Oh, I was just practicing my power pose. Oh, you want to know? Do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? She's allowed to have hobbies. What is it? I see a roller and glue. Looks like a footprint, some sort of teller thingy. I don't know. This is a footprint analysis kit. Thank you. See, she's good with words. Footprint. It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? Ah! So with that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Huh? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, pshaw. You're friends. We're friends. To tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Oh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. That's adorable as hell. I'm surrounded by adorable girls. Ah! Yes, I would like to try it. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. I mean, I guess Emma has obtained a bit more of a mature appearance since I last saw her, but I'd still say she's on the side of adorable. I mean, there are three factions, basically. There's adorable, there's pretty, and there's sexy. Now, anybody can be any of those three things at any given time, if they so chose to focus upon it. However, the default state is usually one that they are not really able to get away from without conscious effort. I would say Emma is definitely on the cute spectrum. Same as Trucy. So, I don't know. There you go. I don't know why I'm... Let's just do the footprint thing. Right. Allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Okay, well, shoe prints. Prepare to be examined. Oh, but that's not what I'm interested in. I figure the one that's right next to the, that's walking away from the noodle stand is probably the most interesting. Ooh, this is so exciting. All right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press A where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. Splat. See? That doesn't look too hard. If you're running a plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. So don't screw it up, you nerd. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not bad. You're handier with that than you look, if you say so. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right! Just press A to blast it with that dryer. Yeah! There, give it a shot. Yeah, hair drying technology. Let's freaking go, hombre. Come on, get all dry and stuff. Come on. There you go. Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. A foot look. Huh. Yeah, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? I guess. Use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight now with A and roll up and down. Man, this game was definitely on the DS. Keep going until you get enough ink on there for a good print. Alright, there you go. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our prints. Ready? Here goes. Clap. And there you go. Oh, someone had gum on their shoe. Let's see if we get a match. I have no idea. I'm guessing maybe Wocky? Oh, well then there you go. Why do we have shoe records? Why is that a thing? Legitimately, I find that a little confusing. Huh. Fingerprints on record, sure, but footprints? So, I mean, not even that, shoe prints of all things. So the shoe prints belong to Wocky Kitaki after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Oh, nothing feels better. He's definitely way more into this than I am. Just let me know if you want to do some more. Yeah, I want that one over there. I'll be here solving the case with science. Well, that certainly brightened her mood. And I'm all about that gal having a good time with the styles. All right, footprint analysis, please. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? Right on! Leave no print unanalyzed, I say. All right, well, we definitely don't need the dang, like, panty snatcher footprints. We don't need that. I want this. What the heck is this? There you go. Ah, man. Alright, well, it works. Okay, looking good. Now we dry it. Drying up the plaster with the portable hair dryer. Come on, there you go. Alright, take it out. Huh. Yeah, that's a good one. Doesn't seem to have any marks on it at all, if I'm being real with you. That's very bizarre, actually. It's a shoe with, like, absolutely no traction whatsoever. Huh. That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange. So smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on our list. A mystery print. Alright, well that definitely seems like it's going to be important, though. Alrighty. Well. Let's see. I guess part of me was kind of hoping that we would be able to get some info out of her that would let us get into the malpractice clinic. Sorry, I don't think I can help you with that. I think you need more than just scientific help. But ask me anything you like. Just ask scientifically. I'll be all about that, Styles. Don't you even worry, girl. Alright, so let's see. What else can we do? Can I please go inside the clinic now? No, of course not. Why would I even think as such? Anything new to say there, Trucy? I mean, she might. I don't know. Phoenix! Oh, thank God. Thank God. Ah, prodigal attorney returns, or prodigal, I've never known how to say that word. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. Give me your information! For the love of God! Anything! Give me a crumb here! 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. And I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yeah. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school! He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. Well, to be fair, wouldn't be the youngest prosecutor we've heard of. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. Well, that's absolutely not the case. That's all. That's all. How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Come on! Evidence! Tell me, Phoenix! Tell me. How does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forged attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. What about what happened in my first trial? The Phoenix Wright I know would have a very good reason behind everything that happened. I'll tell you that much. In today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence. I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Fine, I guess. Man. Obviously, they're saving it for, like, some really serious big deal reveals later. I have absolutely no idea if you'll even talk to me about anything. It's refreshing to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Anything to say about anything? Wanna look at these? No? Noodle stand? No? Okay, fair enough. I feel like we've spent more than enough time on that. Alright, cool. Nice to see that that ultimately amounted to realistically nothing. I still need to get into this place. I guess I have an idea? I have no idea if it's like a thing that'll work, but let me see something here. Hang on. Let me dig through the trash here for a second. This trash can. This is where we found the mirror. Come to think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom? Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected? Let's pick them up. Oh, so now we can hold on to both at the same time? Okay. Either way, slippers for patients at the Maractus Clinic. That feels like it might prove a connection. Alright, let me just sort of slide over here. Can I maybe show these slippers? What? I'm not trying to show them to you, dude. Yeah, I know, cool. Yeah. Was the fact that I was facing an entire 160 degrees away from you not an indicator that I wasn't even talking to you? Okay, I would like to go inside now, please. The front entrance of the Maractus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. Ah, okay, there, perfect. Okay, I really want to go in there, though. I want to go in there! Let me in! Maybe examine the police car? Like, hey, can I go in now? The police car is parked in front of the Maractus Clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. Okay, so... Maybe... Okay. Alright. Maybe. Maybe. Emma. You're the gal with the plan. You got anything to say about these? They say the Maractus Clinic. Hey! What? The slipper. Look right here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think you can get a print off that? Sure. Toes have prints just like fingers do, you know? This little clue might be a gold mine. It would imply somebody else was running around here. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints. So we won't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. Alright, fine. Do I just talk to you on that one? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Mysterious print, let's go! Wait, no. That's for the shoe. Alright, well that works too. I didn't even realize this was a thing. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. If it's a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Elgun noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? wouldn't happen to have something in mind. Something that might have left this mystery shoe print. This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Yeah, honestly, considering the fact that I very recently have found a shoe, I'm pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like this. Yeah, I think I have our culprit right here. Take that! Know what I'm eating? Snacks. Snacks. More precisely, whenever I'm in a bad mood, I eat chocolate snackoos. I had no idea. I think she means you picked the wrong evidence, Apollo. I had no idea. Oh. Okay. Okay. What if I were to, I don't know, present the fingerprint stuff? Fingerprint analysis is very basic, is the very basis of modern forensic science. I guess you could put it that way. And you two know how to dust for prints on your own now. Make sure to examine everything you find that might have prints on it. Okay, well then how do I... I'm a motorcycle. Okay, a shoe print, I guess? Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. Nope, that's not what I was really going for here. No. Eh? Giving up already? Well, suit yourself. If you want to take another swing at it, just let me know. Okay. Well, I mean, I felt pretty dang confident about everything going into this. I'm gonna be real with you. What am I supposed to show her then? I am so legitimately confused right now. I say, okay. A toe mark, can I get a print off that? Yes, I would like to get a print off of that. How do I engage in, yeah, let's analyze it. Maybe, okay, how about this? Examine. Can I do it this way? No clues here, except for this clue here. Okay, there we go. Ah. Could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call, Apollo. Unless somebody was walking around on their hands, I guess. Then we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. You don't know. All right, there we go. Oh, you know what? I think I did use the correct evidence. I just didn't do it correctly, rather. Okay, yeah. There we go. All right. Toe prints. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe. Wow, I feel like the case is solved already. Well, what was next? We have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Wait, the detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her, get some expert advice. I guess so. I'm not really sure she's really qualifies as an expert. Shows what you know. Okay, so what, do I show it to her again? Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. All right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Not right now, I don't. No, I can't think of anything I might have with the toe print on it. Ah, well, there's too much to hope for, I suppose. Let me know if you find something. Toe print sample. Okay, now hang on a second. Let me actually... There we go. Yeah, that probably is playing a role. The bottom is covered with paint, and more importantly, leaf. What's this weird shape here? Looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint. So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. I got paint on my hands. Apollo, I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. And it's yellow too, so she definitely noticed. Okay, there we go. Now let's talk about the mystery prints. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I assumed it was enough to just go, hey, I found this shoe in a trash can inside the park. Maybe I could just plop this thing down in the hole and we'd know it was there. But all right, how about now? We good? Okay, so I was right. That's frustrating. Well, I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? Why would slippers be doing here? But look at the bottom, see? Well, it's covered with paint. Except for, see, right there? Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Maractus Clinic. Yeah, we established, that was like the first thing we established. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved. Why is she just standing there eating? Because she's hungry. Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the Maractus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you. Yeah. Really? Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky! Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Yay! Right, Maractus Clinic, here comes justice! I'm gonna justice up in this place so hard! Nobody has any idea, man. No idea at all. Let's go. Ah, you two again. I really feel like you shouldn't be surprised by this point. When, oh when, will you learn? Look at me however you want, you're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you, you big, stupid, stinky nerd. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin, today is Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Well, I'm a defense attorney, and she's a magician. It's really kind of weird that she's a magician. Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Oh, happy bounce. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Literally. Let's, like, straight up punch this dude in the face. Wham! That's what you get for being disrespectful. Is that a piranha? Also, hey, that's a lot of bowls. That ain't interesting, ain't it, huh? Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. Of this I am certain. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get crack-a-lackin', Apollo. Alright, well, for example, I can see at least two things I want to look at. One is a pair of honkin' shoes, also missing slippers, also bowls. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus? You'd think they'd use this house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these. I don't know, I forget my shoes all the time. Anyway, it's cute women's sandals. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll take a gander at those in just a moment. These must be the slippers for patients at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the moida. Right. The paint's from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? That's the million-dollar question. But anyway, Elgun Noodle Bowls. Look at all these bowls. And much less the bowels. They're from Eldun's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then, well, I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldun must do takeout. Trucy, what the heck, girl? Not exactly what I was thinking, no. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Well, actually, it's our third clue, but, you know, that works too. All right, now let me take a gander at these. We got a hooray for inexplicable toe prints. Woo, let's do this thing. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh? Oh, this could be a toe print. Maybe we could get a print off of this. Let's try it out. I like this idea almost as much as I like wasting aluminum powder. A large part of me just wants to sprinkle it all over the screen until it's all covered up. There we go. That'll have to do, I'm afraid. Tisk tisk. Shame I'm on a timetable. Anyway. Huh. Well, that does look a whole awful lot like the one inside the sandal. Or the slipper. It worked. Looks like a big toe. But wait. I mean, it's great that we got the print. But is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print. This seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Okay, but we've got it all figured out now, so that's good. Also, I can tell just by eyeballing it that they're the same. Reception! The clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Can't say that's not... Yeah, you know what? Fair play. Fair play. What about over here? Look! This door says doctor's office. This is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks? Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Oh. Apollo! That sound. It came from behind this door. There's a gorilla with a gun. Someone's in there. Let's check it out. True C. A break-in! They left through that window! Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now. That must be her experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we could tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Of that, we can be very safe. Someone spilt their drink! Not the drink! Books and papers are scattered around the room. What a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. The juice that spilled out of the cup, it's dry. So, the messy one wasn't our burglar just now? Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. What a slob. Also, why is there just a lamp on the floor? Like, upright, too. It didn't look like it fell over. Kind of an expensive looking lamp, ain't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burnt out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that, then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood. Almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. I'm going to have to consult the world's foremost expert on lamps. Man, how am I supposed to get into contact with someone like that this time of day? Alright, well, I'll see what I can do. Also, a safe! Those always look like fun. What a cute little safe! Looks like a 4-digit lock. Ooh, and 2 of the numbers are already in. Someone already entered 2 of the numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside the safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Yeah, we can use the fingerprint stuff. The oil left behind will tell us which buttons get hit. Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. Ooh, I feel so smart. Well, I have an idea. I know it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Booyah! Because the other numbers aren't going to get hit. When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your fingy! Yeah! It would leave a print! When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So, if we find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Alright, let's get some sprinkle on! That's right! Sprinkle with your tinkle! Yeah! Woo! There we go. Easy, easy. Oh, what, you want even more? Alright. There we go. Is that not good enough for you? There. Oh, do you want me to make sure that's all spritzed properly too? There we go. Okay. So it's either 7925 or 7952. Look, you can see the oily finger residue clearly. Look at 7 and 9. They're glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. All right, then. 2-5. How's that? Boo, I say. All right, let me try again, then. 7-9-5-2. Oh, I try so hard. There we go. Now, what the heck's inside this thing? That's a bullet. It opened. Hello. That looks important. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And didn't the thingy say? Hang on. 2 rounds were fired. Yo. And they were all like, well, maybe it was just fired some other points. No. That looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. And the tip's all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. I'll just put that in my pants. Alright, what about this? This looks important. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray. Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. And I've only ever seen Scrubs. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Wocky Kitaki. So this is Wocky, our client's chart. Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see. The physician's signature says Pal Maractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tiala? That's Wocky's fiance. That's one Ida too many, Apollo Lolo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic? Odd that she's neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus clinic. And she had access to Wocky Kitaki's medical chart. Which means she would have known this stuff before anybody. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo Lolo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? I know a doctor! Let's friggin' go! Man, everything is coming up Apollo. Alright, to Elgun! He's gone. Dang. Alright, fine. To the park to talk to Emma about the shoe thing! Let's go! Whatever, I'm not picky! I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. I really like her expression here. He's nice. Hey, how'd you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, she'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Alright, I need your assistance. Let's see, if I just present to you these sandals. These sandals? That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. Yep, wow. All you need is a sample of the same toe print, of which we do. Yes. Come on. We got this. Okay, alright. Got one right here. I think I just might, actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Let's go. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with this other print? Bum, bow! This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice. These is nice and clear, too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. 2.5 hours later. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I have a pretty good suspicion. I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer. Ba-dum-pow, because they're shoes. To the truth! Okay, alright, that's good. Let's see here. Let's see, do you suppose Elgun is back now? Because that would just be... he is not back. Elgun! Are you in the garage, Elgun? You're not in the garage. Okay. Then does that mean that there's still more for me to do in the Maractus clinic? Like, I guess there's this knocked over plant. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar, which I'm not. Please don't look into that. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe. I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe? Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting nowhere fast. Alright, what are all of these mysterious tubes? Whoa, what are those? The wall's covered with beakers. Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Happy Bounce. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Anything else? There's a bottle. Oh, maybe I should inspect this broken window. The window is ajar, in that it's shattered. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here? Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. Alright, I'm not seeing any else. Nothing else. Nothing else for us to find. Not today. Not today. Can I look at this fish tank? Because that's a freaky looking fish right there. No clues here. Man, but that's a freaky looking fish, yo. That's a freaky fish, bro. Freaky fish. Freaky fish, yo. Freaky fish. It's a freaky fish, yeah. Anyway, okay. So, nothing in the garage, nothing in the clinic, nothing at the mansion. Nothing going on here either. I doubt it, but yeah, alright, no, he's just straight up gone. Alright, well, at least it makes that slightly easier. How about the detention center? And he's gone. Dang. Oh, wait, never mind. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again! You always have to announce your entrances like that. Man, my old Manny. Man! Now I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. I can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Anyway, I was wondering if maybe, possibly, you could identify these shoes. Wocky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, boom. Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. She got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Yeah, that's gonna be an awkward moment in court. But we got it all the same. Alright then. Oh, I guess we got more things to talk about. Hey man, you won't see me bug and bow down 1 or 2 guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? It's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? I mean, you didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointed, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob? Over my dead body? I spend my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Going down to funky town, busting up the hustle, bustling up the Grussels, all that other stuff. Dog food gangsta, yeah. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail, for my sake. Okay. Well, that's certainly progress. Can't say that it isn't. The question is it enough? Let's see. Elgun! Elgun! Does that mean there was something else I was supposed to show that nerd inside the detention center? I guess to some certain degree it would make sense. There was only 2 talking points. They usually have a little bit more than that. I don't know, this chart? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait, that's right, Wocky, it's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. That's not a shock. Take a closer look, here in particular. Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Tiala. You lawyers do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinics. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. There it is. Yeah, it's kind of relevant now. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. By what appears to be, like, their accountant. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The Maractus Clinic. That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Sure, right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangsta style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So, that was the proposal? You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. Let's keep talking, let's keep talking. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Yeah, but like at the same time. So you needed a health checkup in order to get to know the bullet was there, but the doctor did, and the nurse and and Alita was the one who filled it out. So then she had to know too, but she never brought it up with you? That's gotta mean something, surely. Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. Okay. How about Elgun? There's our guy. Mr. Elgun, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor still. What? Mr. Elgun, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Elgun, it's okay, my guy. We need you to use your doctor powers. Now, Mr. Elgun, could you take a look at this? Huh? A medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Elgun? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead? He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Please? It was fake! Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. Okay, I would like to know. Yes, please do. Well, according to this chart, this Wocky kitaki feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see the bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of, it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean, it took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Don't worry, Trucy. Head pat. You're fine. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, tops. But Wocky's operation was already a half year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there and then not say anything? I got a pretty good idea how he felt. An emergency operation, he's got the kid's chest open on the table, and he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. Mob stuff. You bet. That kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation, and Wocky's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. Which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them. He could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Wocky to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll, waiting hungry. Compared to it, these gang turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldude? You could operate on Wocky, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Wocky, he's real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Here we go. We're talking about it. Alita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Wocky's condition, guaranteed. Huh. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking? Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? I have my personal theories, let's just say that much. I think I know where this is headed, though. Let me tell you that much. I think I know how this court is gonna... this court session is gonna go. But let's find out, shall we?